We return to Aurora's Rest. Finally, the soldiers have landed in their destination that they've been seeking for a while, the hometown of Dro, looking for a way to the Guild of Knowledge to try and go seek understanding of what could possibly be done to thwart the fire enemy. One of the possible locations to reach the Guild of Knowledge was in Aurora's Rest. And figured might as well, while there, maybe check out some of what Dro's been through and why he had to flee his hometown. He's told you that he was essentially charged with a murder and fled before he was able to be captured. And you eventually make your way through the more common part of town up to about a 45-minute hike in the cold and wind and snow, arriving at a humble yet colorful temple called the Temple of Gentle Light. Quickly you enter in, request to see Randar, the head of the temple, and Dro drops his name. A dwarf paces directly up to him with a controlled, quiet anger in his steps, trying presumably not to concern the patrons of the temple. And he says 3 words to Dro. Arena, now, boy. Turns away and stalks off. And as you get to the arena known as the Ring of Humility, you see Randar standing in front of you with a collection of a total of 6, a collection of 5 other monks from his temple behind him, telling you he expects you all to show him what you've learned. And reaches out for the attack. Margot rolled fabulously with a natural 20, so you get to be up first.
Don't take insults lightly. So, I want to challenge. I'm struggling. My computer's being a little slow.
No worries.
She just kind of flicks her hands out and snaps like twice, and 2 fireballs drop with Quicken spell.
Okay. And as you do, Dro, you speak Dwarvish.
Mm-hmm.
You see Randar immediately slam into the ground, smack his hands together, and a bright purple light emanates from his body as he says, "I'm for real!" And a purple glow. What was I doing? Okay, continue. Starts to emanate around from him as he uses his legendary reaction to give everybody else but him, this particular round, the ability to use absorb elements as a reaction.
Is that for one of the attacks or for both of the attacks?
It does burn the reaction, so Randar cannot use this on himself because he burned his reaction to do this for his party, and everybody else can use it, but they burn their reaction. So the second fireball will still land, but each one of them is going to have resistance. So when you're doing your damage, let's see here. Okay, that's a lot of targets. Let's do some math, folks.
Look at those saves!
Fucking
I do like how it lays it out, though. That's not bad. Like, although they all either roll
that is
really
nice.
high or they have off the charts decks.
Oh wow, yeah.
Which they probably have off the chart decks.
Let's see. Does it? Just checking. We have some ones that are really high.
29 is
Eh.
insane.
Yep, that would be Randar. He doesn't really need it very much. Okay. So, Randar being up top, he takes the 15, that is accurate. Everybody else is going to burn their reaction to have that damage. So, that is going to be... Okay, barely. Okay, cool. We do have the injuries here. Let's see here. Which one am I looking at? Okay. Can I... How do I get it to... I'm looking through and trying to... Oh, nope, I went too far. I think I did extra. Okay, so I'm going to drop it down to half for all of the other ones. And but I'm going to restore them all, and then apply half damage to all of them. Okay, so just making sure. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was like, wait, that one's too much. No, Juan did fail, so he takes the full amount, but then it's
And
reduced by
Dio,
half.
it looks like.
Yep, and so Dio. Yep, he took 15 as well. All right, so each one of them kind of sets themselves up, and like as the fire comes in, they sit there and they endure the oops, I said the wrong word. Mogor. And Dro, you know that means, as you speak Dwarvish, that means endure. And each one of them, like, they kind of like sit there and like they are burned a little bit, but they kind of grab some of it and pull it apart, and their hands are on fire.
I'd like to see you do that again.
Oh my gosh, here we go!
All right, let's see what we got this time.
So 18 and a 19, are you kidding me? Those were a lot of really good rolls. Dio's not
Dude.
feeling so hot though.
Yeah, Dio's the old man over here. He moves a little slower, apparently.
It was either like risk dex saves with 8d6 or try con saves with only 3d6.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so half damage, half damage. Full damage to Dio once again. Nothing to modify this time, as they are all burned secondarily. And they all like look at you. They look up. Lots of their robes are like singed and like some of them like kind of embering and like falling black to the ground. And none of them look deterred.
She's just gonna salute at them, and why am I missing two steps? Oh yeah, you guys have aid, and someone has long strider. I don't remember who.
It's me.
Okay, that's it then. Oh, my spell slots.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
You know what's coming for us. I'm standing right next to Yaslin.
You are up next.
Yaslin kind of sighs. She's like, "Are we really doing this? Hey." All right. She doesn't look really thrilled. She takes her movement up to this old man. It's like, man. All right. She bonus action shift.
Okay. Bonus action shift. We got a little bit of new stuff going on. We got some new icons. Hopefully this means I can
Let me see if I can find it. Use feature. Huh! Does that?
It doesn't
Instead
really
of-
do anything for you. Okay, we know you're shifted. You're gonna be shifted for the whole fight. There's new icons, and I'm honestly like a little afraid that these are programmed properly. So I'm not gonna touch anything because I don't want to give you like bonuses or detriments. But we know you're shifted.
Yeah, okay, and it gives me temporary HP 2 times my proficiency bonus. So
You
I add-
already have temp
Okay, yeah.
HP from
Is it-
aid.
doesn't 8 do doesn't 8 do?
8 is your max.
Aid is your max. Okay, so you
Max by 5 hit points.
Okay. So it's a little
okay,
fun.
yep. So you can stack your temp HP on top of that for sure.
Noise. Okay, and then she's like, you know, this is a really great time, I suppose, to try out this new sword. And she's just gonna pull out her sword and take 2 swings. And this is recklessly, but she's not raging, and it looks a lot more like the intent is precision versus reckless.
Sounds good. And as you swing for the first time with this gambler's blade of yours, Yaslin, you hear, as it swings, the slight sound of rolling dice inside of the cut of the blade through the air.
love that.
There's a little bit of the sound of dice mixed in.
I love that.
Alright, go ahead and make your attack.
Should be a +3. Let me just make sure I have that correct. Oh, it does not? Okay, well, yeah. The information on it. Thank the lords I decided I was going to do this.
Okay.
Recklessly.
Okay, 27 will hit.
Okay, and then the damage is also +3. From this.
Okay, 15 points to Randar as you kind of slash him kind of across the shoulder. He looks up. Oh, this one's not bad.
I've got more where that comes from, actually.
We'll see for how long.
I will.
Okay, 21 comes through. That hits as well. Okay, so 14 more down onto Randar. Okay, anything else? Bonus action, that was your action.
Bonus action,
Right.
action, I use my movement. Well, not all of it, but yes, I want to end my turn right here.
Gotcha, okay. Next up is going to be Ska, the one that Dro does actually know. And we're going to start off with the first villain action in between their turns. So after Yaslin's go, Dro, you are the one who's familiar with Ska. Mobility is his forte. He has studied placement explicitly. And he looks at you and says, "Been a while. Shouldn't have come back."
The smile that was on Dro's face kind of disappears a little when he said that.
And you see him look at you dead in the eyes. And flicks his fingers. Dro, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
17.
All right. You resist it as, like, you see, like, a spectral image of him project towards you, and then, like, chain off and go back towards Margot and Seamus in the background. Not affecting you. Margot and Seamus, first, Margot, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as well. Okay, so that bit, that kind of projected self moves through. Dro kind of skewers off to the side, goes over to Margot, and then redirects, goes to Seamus. One for you as well.
Oh no.
Okay. Margot having the lowest. This is a chain swap ability.
Oh shit.
As Margot's self suddenly drags through where his little ghostly self was. And Margot and he switch places.
Oh shit!
That's not good. That's not where I want to be.
And then he looks at Seamus as, like, as he, like, brings his hands up, still covered in fire from the absorb elements. Says, you picked a nasty one to join. And he's going for his multi-attack on Seamus. And this is he being the fastest of them all. He has 4 for his multi-attack. So he's going to unarmed strike you many times, or attempt to. Not private, let's make that public. Okay, first one. Where's that going? Okay, 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, damage. That is 10 points. Second unarmed strike. Yep, doing this properly. Oh, balls. Oh,
Those are
And-
private, by the way.
Oh, they are. Thank you very much. That was a natural 1, which is why I said balls. Seamus, on that other one, you take 2 more points of fire damage as the flame damage from his fist that he absorbed from Margot's spell also punches into you and burns a bit of your cloak. The second one, natural 1. Crap. So as he comes in, like, he's kind of sliding, like, from that, like, astral projection, and, like, he comes in and, like, hits you solidly, and then, like, tries to step, and, like, just full-on slips and misses, and, like, takes him a second to, like, kind of rebalance himself. He loses one of his multi-attacks, so he's only got 1 left. The next one coming in here. Oh, come on. That was almost a natural 20. Instead, it's a natural 2 for a 9. Seamus, you kind of dodge out of the way, and he just catches part of your cloak, pulls back. And then he's going to use his graceful... No, you know what? He's going to stay right where he is. He's happy with this. Alright. So, Ska's turn. Randar is up next. He's going to back up, and he's going to take the attack of opportunity from Margot if she wants to.
No, I'm gonna save my reaction for a shield because I have a feeling I'm gonna need it. And I have the gray screen of death anyway, so I can't do anything.
Oh, okay. Quite possibly. Okay, so he's going to back up and... Sorry, one sec. he is going to look at the marks across his body from Yaslin, and he doesn't have the flame in his hands, but he is covered, like, this bright purple aura and color is just oozing out of him. And he grabs it and kind of condenses it, basically Kamehameha waves it into Yaslin. And he's going to cast Wall of Force. So, Yaslin, and let me correct myself if I'm
What
wrong.
just happened here?
You just got put in timeout as the barbarian this time.
Been put in
How
a
does it
box,
feel?
guys.
It is a 10-foot sphere that surrounds Yaslin in a perfect cage, essentially.
Oh, just me? I'm in it all by myself?
Just by yourself.
Oh.
And he's just gonna kind of plop you right in there. And then he just walks calmly past you. As you swing to hit it, it just glum, glum,
Are you?
absolutely zero effect. But
That's rude.
he is concentrating, and he's just going. Oh, come on, stop pinging. Oh, that's why. Grabbing the wrong thing. Just gonna move forward and step towards Dro. You're a damned fool. Dropping your name in public, nonetheless.
That's what I said.
She says surrounded by monks.
Right. Okay. Next up is big guy's turn. This guy, who's kind of sitting in the back, he starts to move next. Let's see here. And oh no, he already did that. Okay, cool. And he's going to lift his hand, and he's gonna cast. You're gonna see him kind of like lift up, and like glowing motes kind of pour off of his hand. He just and like 3 of them blast out. All of them targeting Dro. So this is going to be 3 of his aura bolts. Oh, what is with these rolls tonight? Yeah, that'd be a 16 to hit on the second one.
Just hits.
Just hits, okay. It's because Margot's
You
wearing your
still have the
cloak.
fucking cloak! Oh my god!
Alright, that's 20 points of radiant damage that just lashes out and just smacks into Dro. The blasting open Dro's shadow kind of weakly clinging on as it like gets knocked away for a second and like pulls back to his body. Third one.
Yep.
We have 19 to hit. This one for 17 points of radiance. And this guy just stands back and just stares. Just actually, he's going to move forward just a little bit, not caring about Margot's. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Actually, no. He's gonna kind of dance all the way around and get into a flanking position on Dro on the other side. Dro, you are up next.
Pulling out a weapon is a free action.
That's correct.
So with Randar saying dropping your name in public, Dro, in the same motion, pulling out the quarterstaff he left with. Aren't you the one that told me this temple's a safe space? Bonus action. Using my channel divinity. When I hit him, it will push him 10 feet back.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for it.
Where's my characters?
You swing the quarterstaff and he grabs it in his hand. This temple is a place of learning. The city itself is not safe for you. And he grabs you and he's gonna rip it out of your hand. He just pulls it and clatters it on the ground behind him.
So with this, it just says you bolster your attack for a minute. That means anything, right?
Yes.
Okay. He's just gonna strike him.
Okay.
This second. Maybe I can. This one.
Okay, that one connects.
I think he would use the momentum of the staff being thrown down. I think you'd wait last minute, use that momentum, and kind of roundhouse kick towards Randar.
Gotcha. As he kind of like throws it down, the slight shifting forward in his chest as you like kick, and you do push him back 10 feet.
If I could, it doesn't say his strengths. Oh yeah. If I could, can I
He's
push
concentrated.
him into this guy?
I don't think there is there. I think it would just stop, like next to him. So you
Oh
can.
yeah, it's only 10 feet.
It won't
yeah.
cause any damage because he's not being thrown that hard.
Well, does
So
it,
which way do you want him to go?
the question is because if it pushes 10 feet away, and if it does make
Mhm.
contact, it says he takes an additional 2 damage bludgeoning.
Oh yeah, that's fine then.
Because when Dro hits, it's like a tidal wave hits him.
Gotcha. And what does the wave look like?
I think there's still that purple aspect. I don't think Dro's ever done this yet, so I think seeing the person who taught him how to fight, how to survive, is now attacking the people he calls family. I think what would be a raging ocean, I think would go across his body, physically manifesting like the force that hits it, but it's still that purple that he wears. I think it would match what used to be in the staff that's no longer there. Just for a split second. I don't think Dro would catch it, but maybe someone with higher perception would. Muted.
Still muted.
Early on. Gotta get it in so I can get it over with. Alright, so Dro, like kind of like imagine kind of like the water like serpentines around your body. And there's this splash as you push him back. He takes an extra 2 points of damage as he knocks into the other guy back here. And kind of looks at you and says, "Well, that's new. I certainly didn't teach you that." Okay, so those were your 2 strikes. Anything else for you?
fuck it. I'm gonna take the attack of opportunity, and Dro is rushing up to Margot.
They don't
Gotcha.
have reactions.
They do not. They burned them
They
already.
don't.
Hmm. Is this who? Hold on. This is who I think it is, right? Yeah. Oh, this is awkward. Okay. I think the moment he looks at these two, it's a death glare, a look they've never seen on Dro's face.
The one on the left is new. The one that's in front of Seamus is the one you knew.
Oh, okay.
But the old man, yeah, this guy here. Hey, come on now, behave. You know this man. This man has maybe said 10 or 15 words to you your whole life.
I think the only thing Dro would say is back off. And he puts his hands up to fight them both.
Okay. All right. Next, as it transitions between Seamus and Dro, we're going to use all three of our legendary reactions. Or legendary actions, excuse me. Oh, shit. I forgot something. I'm behind by one turn. Okay. I told you this was a full-on boss fight. I've never used all the resources on you guys in a boss fight before. Until today. Lair action! Okay. You see on the back wall, and like, there's this large kind of demonic statue sitting on the ground surrounded by all these different colored lights. And it's kind of a dome. It's cut out from the mountain itself. It's about 30 feet up from the ground. And you see almost in one motion as Randar controls what is essentially his lair. You see spikes grow out of a 20-foot sphere on the ceiling above you. And then he reaches down, gathering energies, and lifts them up. And casts reverse gravity, heading towards the spikes in the ceiling. So...
Good thing you have a wall of force around you.
I know, I was like, good thing I'm
I
safe
don't think
in
it's
my
above you
bubble.
though.
Ding, 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 ding.
I'm safe here.
Yep. So, Margot... Actually, this is going to be for... Let's see, how big is it again? This is a 50-foot radius.
Like
this is everybody.
Yaslin's just
Yaslin's the only one that's staying on the ground because spells cannot affect the wall of force.
Yaslin's watching everyone.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The... What is it? The spikes... Jeez, I forget how big 20 feet is. Okay, I'm gonna change this to white to represent the wall of force. It's gonna throw this directly above where Margot and Dro are. All of my... So it immediately reverses gravity, shooting everybody up towards the top of the 30-foot ceiling. I need everybody to make a Dex save, please.
I am not great at notes. As stated.
Hey. Oh, it was almost a 20.
Where's
Okay,
my die?
Dro. The look on Randar's face is fury. Okay, is fury. You've never seen him this mad. You've also never seen this ability from him. As he channels the space-time energies that are surrounding you from the Aurora, ripping you up off the ground, Margot and Dro, you essentially fall 30 feet into spikes. In the wrong direction.
Does evasion play into this?
It does not, because it's not an AoE. It's not an AoE damage. It's just you fail to react in time to grip something on the ground and anchor yourself in. So, you both take 16 points of damage, and I'm going to give you, and that's a bludgeoning damage from falling. Dro, you can use your slow fall against this. Margot, you don't have slow fall. But also, Dro, you both take an additional 4 points of damage just from slamming into the spikes. Randar lets himself be affected by the spell, but he is fly,
So wait,
and he's going to gently hover above the spikes instead.
the 16 you said I can negate because of slow fall?
Yeah, so you've got 20 up to 20 points worth of damage that you can negate because of slow fall.
Okay.
If I
Yeah,
cast
That was
Feather
just going
Fall,
up. It's not us falling down as well.
It's what's that?
yeah, never mind.
Seamus, yes, you can cast Featherfall as a reaction if you would like to.
Would they Feather Fall up?
Yes, they would.
Yeah, I'll cast Feather Fall, I guess, as a reaction.
Okay, gotcha. So, Margot and Dro, you gently land down back to the bottom. All of my monks in this space have Featherfall. They all land upside down, looking gently.
Didn't they use their reaction already?
It's an effect of the lair.
So do I take the damage, or do we not take any
Nope,
damage?
you do not. Seamus saves you from that.
Thank you, Seamus.
Oh wait, from all the damage? Or just the
Uh,
falling?
Because you feather fall
Yes,
us off,
because
yeah.
as you're able to like land on top of the ceiling, you're able to, as you get down there, you're able to kind of like guide where your feet go. You don't even take the spike damage.
Okay.
Now you're in spike growth, so every 5 feet of movement costs you damages you 2d4 as you're upside down.
Who casted this?
This was Randar's legendary action. He burned all 3 of his legendary actions to do this.
Okay.
I look at Dro. Do not break his concentration.
Yeah, hello, I'm still stuck in here.
Oh,
Oh my
can
gosh,
he concentrate on that and
Oh no.
the Wall of Force on Yaslin at the same time because those are 2 concentration spells?
Didn't think about that. Whoops. Yaslin,
Okay.
you're also up there, I guess.
Do I need
But
a
you
roll?
can beat people now.
No, because
Duh.
it would have wound up the same. Seamus would have cast Featherfall on you as Wall of Force disappeared. Whoops, I need to learn how to use concentration.
Oh my gosh, this is okay, lovely. I always wanted to be upside down.
Okay.
At least you can hit people now.
We
That's
know
all
how
I want to
Seamus
do.
feels when he sleeps now.
Seamus, your turn. And everybody here is 30 feet up.
Well, I've changed my decision-making process twice already into what I was gonna do since the fight started because of all these legendary things going on here. I am going to say, "Get him, boy!" And I'm gonna cast the Hound of Ill Omen as a bonus action.
On who?
I'm gonna have him come after Ska here. We're gonna deal with this guy first.
Okay.
Since we're also the only ones still on the ground.
That part makes a lot of sense. There we go. Hello, puppy.
I'm gonna put him next to me.
Okay.
I got it. Okay. We'll go ahead and attack with advantage because he's within 5 feet of me and he has pack tactics.
Sounds good. That'll hit. Okay, 6 points of damage from the bite. Got it.
Yeah, and then he had to make a strength saving throw, otherwise he would have also been knocked prone, but it looks like he made that.
Yes, he did.
And then I'm going to cast Mirror Image on myself.
Okay, mirror image. The duplications of Seamus start to appear, making it more
Nice.
Oh, that's so cool!
I like it.
That is way rad. I hope it calculates everything. Okay, that's Seamus's go.
I'm gonna just slide along to the other side of him as I'm like all these mirror images just to fuck with him.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Next up is Dio. Dio is going to. He is going to jump down and over his friend, and as he jumps he goes back up slowly towards the ground because of feather fall, gets near Margot, reaches over and touches her lightly between the eyes.
I get an attack of opportunity on him.
Yes you do.
That's not what I wanted. Picked up my staff. Oh my god. Why? I just got my own dice out and I literally rolled. Okay.
Sorry. You swing it and he just kind of lazily knocks it to the side. You say back off to him. He looks at you square in the face and says, "Learn." Jumps down and then up, landing lightly, safely between the spikes, reaches over, touches Margot swiftly in the middle of the eyes, just like a poke, and says, "Be mundane. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw."
Is this a spell or is this some kind of weird monk shit?
This is monk shit.
God fucking damn it! I was about to counterspell this bastard. And I can't use shield to keep him from not touching me.
Nope, because it's a save.
Ah, trying to game the system. I don't have a good int save. Why couldn't it be wisdom?
Okay. You are unable to cast spells for 1 minute as he uses his pacifying touch ability.
Oh my god. No.
This bitch.
I was enjoying that face journey. I was wondering where it was going to lead to.
Now's the time to throw that wand.
God damn it!
Okay, so essentially, I'm going to give you silenced for right now, even though it's more specific than silenced.
It's the same effect, yeah, basically.
Okay.
Real quick, could you add 4 temporary bonus health HP to my Hound of Ill Omen? It's part of the Hound's. He gets temporary HP half my sorcerer level.
Yep, sure.
Thank you.
Yep. He had 6 left on him from something previously, so if you saw -2, that was why.
Okay.
Okay. Next up is Otto. Okay.
I can't even cast shield anymore. Fuck!
Nope.
This is so bad.
Okay. Ahado, similar movement. Jump and fall up. Moving over here. And
Oh, hi.
I'll give him... I'll say they can make 10 feet of movement with that, but
I'm gonna stab a bitch now. I'm mad.
go for it. Make your attack of opportunity.
Margot pulls out a dagger and she goes to town.
Stab him.
Scoot him back closer.
Target. Fuck me! God! Oh, that wasn't actually that bad. Oh,
That hits.
what?
Nice.
7. All right. Little
Just
steady stab
aimlessly
in
stab him.
the back. He kind of looks at you annoyingly, and then treks forward. Takes the. Oh no! Wait a minute. He doesn't need to move. There. Sorry. He doesn't need to move away from Margot. I don't know what I was thinking of for advantage. Nope, I am going to do that. Okay, he's going to take 2d4 of spike damage as he moves through. So he's taking 6. And he's going to target Dro. And Dro, you hear from behind you. This is the monk that you met at the beginning of the temple. Seemed very well mannered. Went and got Randar, and as you see him land behind you and you look behind, the gentle face is gone. You see spite. It says, "This is a temple of light and color. You are blackness. You are a stain." And he reaches forward with a very powerful strike on his hand. He's going to get advantage on this. And let's see, where's this featured? Yep. That's going to be a 27 to hit.
Oh, I guess restore balance wouldn't.
Okay.
I'll see.
Oh,
It's a lot.
70?
Take 70 points of damage, Dro. How? What did I just roll?
you rolled 8d20? 12 plus
70
plus
damage is.
Holy shit.
Can I use my reaction for my sentinel attack?
You can. Doesn't
my
stop
God.
it. So I rolled
Stop it, but
I rolled
holy-
18 points above the average on that.
What in the
Holy
what is
And Dro,
8 to 12 is crazy.
I'm so stressed right
Dro, you see the rest of you, Yaslin, as you're trying to react to this, you see Dro like get slammed in the back here and fly towards the dude in front of him right here, but you see Dro move like an echo forward. You see he disappears. Dro is gone as he is punted forward in time by 1 turn. Unconsciously.
What the fuck?
Yaslin, take your attack.
Yeah, I guess, oh my gosh. Let me just... What the... What just happened?
Okay, go for it.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
15 points. You slash in the back. Alright, friend of Stained, you're next.
You... What the fuck did you do?
Oh. Time is my thing. I just gave him a little nudge forward. He'll be back.
Little nudge. Fucking butt into the century. Oh my god, if that hits any of us, we're fucked!
I'd be dead. I'd probably be rolling, and I think I might actually have to roll a new character if I was hit with that.
The good news is it's a recharge ability, and it only recharges on 6s.
Oh my gosh.
You've seen our rolls tonight. That's not good news for us.
You've seen mine too. Why do you think I took that dagger in the buttocks to get advantage? Okay. Next up is this guy. Okay, he's going to use his bonus action, and this has a little bit of randomity to it, which is super fun. Okay. Well, this doesn't actually really help very much, does it? Okay, going to move forward and do the jumpy thing, and as he lands, more like the spikes are now like starting to get covered in like a plant-like growth, creating difficult terrain. But it's already difficult terrain, so that didn't actually help at all. This one going to come up to Yaslin and go for and is going to go for 3 unarmed strikes.
Okay.
Okay, 17 to hit. Okay.
There.
Ooh, decent rolls. Okay. And you get some physical damage, some radiant damage. As again, the fists are glowing.
Yeah, I'm not raging right now.
Yep. Okay,
So
next attack.
I'm taking all of it. That also hits.
That also hits. 17. Less damage that time for an 8. And once more.
That'll miss.
That'll
That was
miss.
really close.
Okay. Got it. Let's see. That's it for them. They're going to move one space out of the way and take 2d4 damage so that Yaslin doesn't have advantage on them. Okay. Okay, top of the round. Margot, you are up. You can't cast spells.
You know, you had to go and make her desperate.
Mhm.
She's gonna look inside herself and call out to Locke. Look, I can't access my magic. I don't know what's happening.
Give me, give me an insight check here.
Nineteen?
17? Okay. Okay. 17. You essentially get, like, radio static from that. You get just, like, little bits and pieces. Like, with that, you can feel that that monk implanted some of its, like, key into you to disrupt your magical channels. And you only get things like just not through well on your
So much for all-powerful ancient being. You're useless.
something. He repeats it over and over and over after that, just so it'll come through properly, and you eventually hear, "Oh fuck you."
Fair enough. Ah! Crap! Man, all I can do is poke somebody with a dagger, and I'm not even that good at it. Trying to get creative with something. No, I have nothing to get creative with. I guess I'll stab the guy in front of me.
Okay, go for it.
I am fucking done with the dice. I'm done. I'm getting my real dice. This is so
Catches the blade
irritating.
in between his fingers. Doesn't even try to like rip the blade back or away. He just pushes it back towards you.
Oh god.
Bonus action.
Hey,
I don't think I
At the end of your turn, you can repeat the saving throw. So intelligence save. Margo.
I'm doing it. Physical dice.
Cool.
That was a goddamn 3. So
Okay.
for a total of 5, does that save?
Twice. If you had 3 times that much, you might have saved.
Nice. Okay. Going to dice jail immediately. Straight to jail.
Okay. All right. Next up is Yaslin.
Yeah.
Actually, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I mean, Yaslin is just gonna continue to swing. She's a little upset.
Yeah, fair.
It is recklessly.
Okay.
At this point, like, she was, like, doing it, like, very intentionally, and it is getting a little more on the force side of things now. Like...
Okay, and as your swing comes in, this time Randar slaps his hands together. Kawak! And the aura changes. There's no longer... he'll... Sorry, I lied. Nope, he says Anburil, and the aura changes not from purple into a red. He uses his reaction to change his boon, and they all get 10 temporary HP as he changes it from a resistance buff to a health buff. Oh, that's 140 temp HP, as much as I would like that.
I see what we're doing here.
What? It's called a god typo. Leave it alone. Okay, so your attack still lands. And nope, Dro's not there. He doesn't know what word he said. So go ahead and make your damage. Okay.
My second attack.
That'll still hit.
Oh.
Yep. And you slash him and he falls. Are you going for the kill or are you going for a knockout?
I don't think she's trying to kill these guys, because she knows that these are supposed to be people she's hitting. She's a little upset, so she does definitely, like, hit a little harder than she would if she was fully pulling back. She's not, like, trying to off their heads.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, this guy, you slash him and, like, as he's, like, falling upwards towards the ceiling, you catch his head and kind of gently set it down before he, like, impales himself on a stalactite.
Yeah.
Okay. That was your first attack.
That was my second attack.
That was your second attack. What else you doing? Anything else?
So, moving takes... I take damage when I move? Is that what I understood?
You're walking through spikes. It's difficult terrain, and every 5 feet movement is 2d4 piercing damage.
Lovely. Okay. I kind of wanna... Yeah, I think I'm gonna take that 2d4 just to get a little closer to Margot in case we fall.
Take 4 points of piercing damage.
I'll take that off.
Looks like one of the ladies got the first score in this all-boys club.
Somebody's got to start the ball rolling.
And this guy turns around. I very clearly knocked the fuck out of that dark one.
Oh, that's true. I'm going to get you for that.
I don't see him.
Neither do I. Okay, that's Yaslin's turn.
Yeah.
Okay, next up is Ska. And he looks at what's going on with Seamus. And remind me, the dog, if it's within 5 feet, it imposes disadvantage?
Disadvantage on saving throws against my spell.
Oh, okay,
But-
gotcha.
Otherwise, no.
Okay, gotcha. So he's gonna look at you, and he's like, "Oh, you're kind of dizzy. Let's handle that." And he's just gonna go for 4 attacks on you. Like, he's just gonna try to wail on you and, like, break down your spell.
Sounds good.
Okay, first one. That's a 2.
Yeah, that would not hit.
Yep,
It
so-
would-
Alright, so that just won't hit in general. Second one, that's a 17.
That one's gonna hit one of my mirror images and it'll knock it out.
That'll burn a natural 20 for a mirror
And
image.
do that.
Okay, next one. So third attack, that'll be an 18.
That's gonna hit me.
Okay. Cool. That'll be 9 points of damage to Seamus. Did it reduce? No, it still got 3 images. Okay, last one. Oh, come on! You all saw that 20. It wanted to be a 20.
We already spent a 20 on this round of punches.
Apparently. Okay, so one hit, once spent, Shadow. Like, alright, come catch up. And he's going to use his Graceful Step ability to move 40 feet without provoking attacks of opportunity. And he's gonna, like, run and essentially kick upside down and flip himself up into the reverse gravity. And he has a fly ability. And he's going to come over here and plop down right behind Yaslin
Oh,
For a sec.
that's cute.
for some advantage.
I am shifted, so.
Okay, so to box you in then.
yeah, I was like, ooh.
Okay.
Make it up, lady.
Alright, now is the lair action. I'm... And... It's just gonna maintain the spike growth, actually, as the lair action for this time around. No, actually, that's not true.
Just gonna grab this one. Here we go.
Oh, what did I just do there? Oh, I didn't actually have a template for the... that. Oh, I didn't think about that. Okay. It's gonna reverse it, and the spikes grow up. Can I reverse? Nope. The spikes grow up from the bottom as Randar stops his concentration on reverse gravity. And so...
Seamus, you goddamn hero.
Let me see, what is that? Nope. What's the range?
Oh,
20-foot sphere. Okay, he stops concentration. Everybody begins to fall back towards the spikes.
Can I grab the unconscious person?
Yes, you can. If you would like to stay up towards the ceiling for some reason, you are welcome to make a dexterity saving throw right now.
I think I wanna. I mean, it's
I'm
tempting
taking
as it
Seamus's
is.
feather fall. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm not
tempting as
strong
it
enough
is.
for that
Like,
Okay. Come on, turn some more. There we go. One more. Come on. Come on. Nope, too far.
oh, too much, too much.
There we go. This guy's picture just makes him look more crooked. There we go. Okay, so everybody is back down on the ground, no longer up in the ceiling. That was just Randar stopping the concentration. And then once again for his legendary, let's see. Nope, I'm gonna say that he can't stop his concentration on the same time frame as the legendary action. So spike growth happens underneath on the ground from the lair action. Now it's Randar's turn. He stops his concentration, everybody drops. And now it's his turn, and thus, since it is his turn now, he cannot use his legendary actions in this moment. So he's going to step forward.
Hey.
And yeah, why not? He's gonna step forward and he's gonna cast
Charm person.
no, he's not gonna cast Charm Person, but he is going to cast oh, I didn't do this very well. Oh well.
I'm useless right
I-
now, so I don't know.
I should have playtested this a little more.
Okay, Marga's in there.
Okay, he's
a
just gonna
dagger.
come up to... he's gonna come over, he's gonna make 3 unarmed strikes. And he is gonna start on Margot. Just those intensely powerful glowing fists, just... Let's see, target Margot, here we go. Oh, and I guess I'll come here to make it at advantage, because he knows combat strategy.
You're too far away. I can't hit you now. Come back.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just gonna...
Can I restore balance on one of those strikes? To just hopefully one of them doesn't hit?
Sure, do you want... Are you doing it now, or are you doing it in a moment? For the first strike, or a different strike? I just rolled the second one because it'll give me crap if I try to re-roll it now. So it's an 18 and it's a natural 8 gets you to a... So it's a 18 or a 25. That's what you're working against.
I mean, let's go with the 25, I guess. It just makes it a flat roll. It just...
Okay. So... the next one was even higher.
Yeah,
So-
well, that's my
so-
reaction.
18 is your lowest.
Gosh, Margo.
Ow.
Okay, so coming in for 21 points mixed with like a thick punch in like the back of the shoulder, Margot, from his heavy fist with like a burst of radiant energy in it as well.
It only took 14 points off.
Did I miss changing his thing? I probably did.
I'll fix it. So -7 more. That's right.
Oh, that's weird.
Still ow?
Yep. Sorry, let me go and do a bunch of stuff here. These guys, I templated them from something that used to deal psychic damage. And so I think your psychic damage
Oh, I'm
resistance is coming
resistant
into
to
play.
it, yeah. Mhm.
I thought I got rid of it, but I missed a spot. So, just a moment. Okay, so that's the first one. Apparently I have to change the damage type in like 3 spots to make it actually function. Okay. Sorry guys, slight delay a game. I'm typing as fast as I can.
Yeah, I'm thinking strategy is all my teammates go down.
Hopefully they're not actually out to kill us. I don't know what Dro did to these people.
I don't know what happened. Like, what's...
He's not there to answer for himself either.
Yeah, he's like in nowhere land. So yeah, it was like, I think we're supposed to not kill these guys, but like, it might change here in a moment.
Right. There we go, that's the last one. Okay. Second strike against Margot. Add advantage.
God,
Ooh.
that one would have been so beautiful.
I got to dodge in that one for once. That's nice.
That definitely is.
Oh my gosh.
35
Oh,
points of
Okay,
damage.
one thing before I pass out, because I'm undoubtedly passing out this round. Do I get the chance to say one thing?
Oh, yeah, you've got time for a reaction.
Yeah, she's just gonna... Who's the one talking shit about Dro walking in darkness? The guy behind me, right? Stop.
This guy in the back, the guy, the
Alright.
kind of like
She's gonna
more
glance-
traditional looking monk dude.
No, she's gonna look at the boss guy in front and say, Dro does not walk in the darkness like he used to anymore. He is a champion of water. And then she's gonna be like, but I do. And give it to me.
You take off your glove.
Mm-hmm.
Allow me to improv a little bit. One hand, Margot takes up. Which hand is the dark one? Is it the right hand?
Yeah, the right hand. So she's like,
The right hand.
but I do.
Takes off the glove with her left hand. Does a little come hither with the normal hand, and one of these with the blackened briar hand. Interesting company he keeps. Okay, so we just did that attack.
Yep.
All right.
Night.
Gosh.
I only have 13 left, so.
Oh my god.
Margot falls unconscious.
Okay, well, I'll roll a d.
Okay. Randar finishes his turn by
Well, somebody's gonna get hit.
flying above. You are not in death saves. He just knocks you
I thought
out.
we said the first time we go down or when you enter death saves.
These guys aren't trying to kill us.
This is a great question.
I really
You're
want
at
my
0,
heart
so
to
you're
explode.
unconscious. It was a knockout blow, so he wasn't trying to kill you. Would the Briarheart react to
When you're
just being
reduced to
unconscious?
0 hit points or fail a death saving throw.
Okay, rules is written. Yeah, go for it. As you do, and he like tracks you like one more time, like off the jaw. That middle finger of yours, like turns into a bunch of vines as you fall backwards.
I guess I'll roll a d4. 1 and 4 is Randar, 2 is North.
And you've got one more dude over to the side as well.
Yeah. 2 is north. Okay, that guy. I'm gonna stab you.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to stab you. Yay! More people see her heart explode.
Yeah.
I need a 1 HP. I'll take it off in a second.
Oh, gotcha.
Why won't it let? Oh, because I'm still incapacitated. How do I remove incapacity?
Let me take unconscious off you for a second.
There we go.
Oh,
Motherfucker!
You wanted to be a 20 so bad. It's
That was
good.
such a close on the 20. As
well,
and does it keep happening? I forget how we ruled that.
I think, no, it doesn't keep happening.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I don't remember how we ruled that. Because I think it's like 1 and done, and the vine shriveled after that.
I think
The
it's a
only reason
short
it
rest.
endured was because nothing had come near me yet. That
yes.
one time.
You get one
Good.
legitimate attack, and then once that attack is up, you have to finish a short rest to be able to try it again.
Yeah, so as she goes down, her heart explodes again, but the vines quickly wither this time.
As the older monk sees them coming and just kind of ties them into a knot and throws them lightly back at her own body. Okay. So that was Randar's move.
Gosh, this is so bad.
Okay.
You got him, Yaslin!
I'm surrounded by monks.
Okay. And a little more insult to injury. This guy. Oh, what? I'm finding a flaw in how I set this up a little bit. Just thematically. There we go. This guy is going to kind of like stop moving, start to like hover cross-leggedly across the ground for a moment, and his eyes open and time slows down nearby for the lot of you, including your puppiness, as he casts slow. So I need a wisdom save from Seamus, Yaslin, and Puffers.
Oh no! Okay, slow on.
I'm gonna use my inspiration for that.
Sounds good.
Fuck.
And Yaslin, just for extra measure, he's going to use his future insight ability, which is a reaction, and cause you to roll at disadvantage.
Oh, I get to roll again. Okay. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. All of you are slowed as well. Is there a slow? I know, I gotta go through all of these.
A lot.
Slow.
It takes a -2 penalty to dex.
It does a lot to spellcasters for sure.
I'm just gonna whip out my freaking magic missile wand. Yeah, not that smart.
You're muted.
Slow is so bad. Oh my gosh.
Still muted.
Can you hear us, Morgan?
Oh no, it looks like he froze. Oh.
No, he
oh,
didn't
he just can't
freeze.
hear.
Not frozen. Just can't hear him.
Nope.
Nope.
How are we doing now?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. You guys can hear me. I can't hear you. What the hell, Discord?
Hello?
Okay, I'm gonna go back out and cycle my Bluetooth and do some things. Okay,
Which
how
was
about
why
now?
I was happy I got 2 fireballs off. Yeah,
Nope.
we can hear you.
Still not working.
Nothing? Cool.
That should be it.
Yeah, we can hear you. I don't.
Are you guys getting an echo from me now?
No.
Okay,
Not
good.
yet.
So I'll just keep your voice on my monitor, and I'll keep the music in my headphones because that's how it's working today. Okay, so Seamus, you are slowed, and your party members are going down one after another.
Let me just check, my feature. I took a bonus action to summons my Houndeville Omen. Does he move on his own accord now, though? It doesn't take like a bonus action to move him, I don't think, or anything.
That's a great question.
Yeah, it says I roll initiative for the Hound, which we usually just do it like at the same time because I think that's easier. But it looks like it moves on its own initiative, which would mean it wouldn't take my bonus action. So I think I could still move him without taking up my turn because I'm slowed.
I agree.
So in that case, he's gonna dash forward.
Okay.
This guy, he can move
And
to
you are
terrain.
going to spike growth that is difficult terrain.
He can. Let's see the. It can move through other creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain. Oh, I guess maybe he can't. So he does move 50 feet. So. I'm not sure if he can get there or not. He's gonna be really close.
I think he was here. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, he
Nice.
can be there.
Excellent day. He's gonna make his bite attacks at advantage because Yaslin's next to him. Got pack tactic.
Okay, Quick question: can the hound change his target, or is he locked onto one target for his existence?
Oh, he's locked on the one target. Is that not the guy?
It's this guy.
I guess he's gonna just move to there then and do nothing.
Okay, and Puppers is slowed, so he would only have 25 feet of movement, anyways.
It doesn't affect their movement.
Slow doesn't? I thought it
Oh,
does.
no, it does. You're right. It's halved.
Oh, okay,
You're
cool.
right. Geez, slow is so many things.
Slow is
Slow and haste are both so many things.
I'm gonna take a step forward here.
Now you know how I felt anytime you played Owl.
I know, I was so great.
Okay, so Puppers, so he had... Yeah, Puppers could get any, like, to the edge of the circle instead of going through it, because he's got 25 feet of movement at that speed. Above board, does your pup have a name?
Shadow.
Okay. Just so I can call him something other than Puppers while we're playing.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so and I'm gonna careful cast this as to not get Yasm.
Oh. Oh, here we go. Alright.
And oh, I only had one guy targeted. Well, everybody needs to make a wisdom save or be frightened.
Succeeded. Go ahead and cast that again, but retarget everybody, and just don't consume a spell slot. So we can just have the computer do it.
Ooh, look at all those fails. Maybe.
Okay. I'm trying to do stuff.
No, Randar was like the god of wisdom.
That's apparently what happens when you use the legendary resistance, is you get 999, which I had no idea.
He just said no.
Okay, well, one was already unconscious, so he failed. Ga, who is your target, is afeared now, so that's fun. Oh, cool, he does have the animation for fear. I love that little face. Okay, everybody else is fine. So, remind me on fear...
They would have to drop anything they're holding and use their action to move away from me as fast as they can. I think they have to dash. Even they can make another save once they get out of sight of me.
Yeah, that's great.
I also actually need to roll. Let's see, a d20.
You need to roll what?
A d20 because I'm slowed, and anything on an 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn. So, he's only going to be slowed on the next turn.
He's only going to be afraid on the next turn?
That's right.
Oh, okay, so it's like slowing down your cast speed is essentially what's happening?
Exactly.
Yeah, I forgot about that part on this as well. Okay, so next time Seamus's turn comes up, Scott is automatically frightened? Am I...
That's right.
Okay, sweet. Alright, so that's Seamus's turn. Let me see here.
So not the next round. Just whenever. Yeah, he's got one turn before he's frightened.
Gotcha. Shadow and Seamus can both make a wisdom save to try to not be slowed now. At the end of their turns.
Nice.
Cage.
Maybe.
DC is 15. Seamus is no longer slowed.
Nice. Hound is still slow.
Shadow is still slowed. Okay. All right. Next up is Dio, the grumpy ass old man, and he's going to step over Margot's unconscious body, walk up to Yaslin, and go for a poke in the head.
Oh.
Be meager. And I need you to make a what was it? An intelligence save? Yep, make an intelligence save, please.
I am very meager.
You are not allowed.
To attack for 1 minute.
What?
This pacifying touch ability is insanely strong. I'm gonna put silence on you too, just because I don't have an unarmed thing here. Okay, and he just stands there, staring at you now.
Nice. I'm a little confused. Yaslin looks a little confused. She's like,
Yeah, you can feel it in your body that like your arms, like the strength that is necessary to swing your sword or to reach out and like throw a punch. There's just extreme like lethargy in your body. And so for 1 minute at the end of your turn, you get another save. But for now, you are pacified on attacks. You can still dash and cast a spell.
I pull out my stick.
You have a wand of magic missile.
I'm like, I'm so mad at you.
This is the perfect opportunity to learn magic.
Now is your time, Yaslin. Now is your time.
I think Yaslin's actually gonna do something a little more beneficial to her than
Okay.
pulling out her stick.
All right. Next is Hado, and he's going to. That's the wrong person. First of all, let's see if he gets his temporal strike back. He does not. And he's going to... He doesn't want to take all that spike damage. So he's going to overkill use teleport like it's a shadow step. Or like like it's a misty step. And teleport himself right next to Seamus. And that'll be his turn.
Oh, this is the spike growth. I forgot. Alright, that changed.
Okay. We are back up at the top. Margot, roll me a Constitution. Basically, roll me a death save. It's not a death save, but just roll me to see if you happen to get a nat 20 and come back.
Come on, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. This is your time. With an old man standing right above you.
Nope.
She's
Not-
unconscious, just screaming into the void at Locke.
And like essentially you're like locked out of his office, like banging on the door. I'm not going to let you in until you stop throwing a tantrum.
I thought you were better than this. A bunch of monks, really? We couldn't counteract that.
I'm not the one that painted a giant target on my back. Again. And then the scene zooms back out. Yaslin, it is your turn.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Oh, Dro is back,
Oh,
unconscious, and
oh, look.
he kind of like fades back in like like his unconscious form like falling and getting pierced by the spikes a little bit.
Our two unconscious bodies.
Okay, now it's Yaslin's turn.
I think I hit good old Randar. I'm a little upsettle.
Try, and your body will
Oh, yeah, I
not
forgot
make
about that.
movement. You can't make an attack right now.
How bizarre, how bizarre. So can I try this wand?
Yes, you can. Yaslin, real
Oh my
quick,
God.
make a charisma saving throw for me.
Yeah, I figured this was coming.
Oh yeah. How could I not?
14.
Nothing much happens, but you hear a snide chuckle.
You shut the fuck up. If I
Okay.
could punch somebody, I would right now.
If I could punch myself, I'm not even allowed to punch myself right now.
I can't even punch myself. Okay, I guess, yeah, these are all, she's like, she doesn't know how to use things, so like, she waves it around a couple times, like, shoot.
Give me an Arcana check.
She's like, does this thing work? How do you use this?
Your body Leviosa. Alright. You heard the explanation from Margot. This is not your forte, but all she said was think about it shooting out and it'll shoot.
Yeah, so she's
And,
supposed to shoot Randall in the face with this.
Yeah, so 3 force bolts just.
What is the damage?
It has
Uh,
7
it's-
charges, so you get to decide how many charges you expend.
I don't think she's smart enough to know how to expend more than one charge.
Okay, so it's just one.
Yeah, so she expends like the one charge for the cast of magic.
I think it's like ha, and like it's several attempts, but it's only like the last one that finally gets one out. It just kind of like smacks him in the nose. It's 1d4 plus 1.
Okay, so it's 3 bolts that come out.
No, so
How does
so
this
you
work? I
can
don't know.
choose 1 to 7 bolts to come out based on your description.
Okay.
You only let out 1.
Okay.
Okay, so just roll 1d4 plus 1.
Alright, let's do this. She smacks him in the face with a 5!
5. All right.
I'll make a mage out of her yet.
It just kind of like he turns back and there's like a little bit of blood from his nostril.
That was cool.
And it looks back to Dro. Yeah, weird friends, boy.
Dro's awake, you would just shrug.
Yeah, Yaslin's
barbarian with a wand. Fuck.
Listen, I've been doing really well. I don't think you should piss me off.
Okay. Yaslin, go ahead and roll an intelligence saving throw, unless you have anything else you want to do this turn.
No.
Yep.
Is this for the
Yeah, it's for the be meager.
pacified as
Yep.
can be?
You
Do
are
I make
still
anything
pacified.
for the slow?
Yes. Make a wisdom save for the slow.
Okay. Please unslow me.
DC's a 15. You are unslowed. Okay,
Nice.
nice.
Alright. Amazing. That doesn't super help me. but we'll take
Okay.
it.
Next up is Ska, and he's going to use his graceful step to move 40 feet with no opportunity attacks. Not that it would matter.
Not
unless-
that not that Yasli can attack.
Right? He's gonna fly over here and go for more punches at Seamus. If I can right-click properly, that would be great.
Yeah, that hits.
That hits actual Seamus?
Yep.
Okay. That's a 5. Oh, I'm gonna roll a d20 just in case. Whoa. Okay, that rolled onto my keyboard, so I'm not gonna count it. But it was a 20. Okay, for the advantage. I just burned a natural 24. Nothing. That's for concentration on fear, I believe.
Right. I don't know if I made that.
That's... Yes, I hit you for 9 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he gets this turn and then he's afraid.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so one more attack. Discard previous. Okay, not sure what that is. Okay, this is an advantage. That's a 12. At advantage? Wow. Yeah, 5.
That hits the armor class of one of my mirror images, so another one disappears.
I thought I have to hit your armor class first, and then you roll to see if I hit one of your shadows.
Each time a creature targets you with an attack during the spell's duration, I roll a d20 to determine whether the attack instead hits one of my duplicates. And then, if it does hit one of my duplicates, the duplicate's AC is 10 plus my dex, which is 2, so I have the mirror images of a 12 AC.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so that misses Seamus, but punches out the second shadow. You have one left?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And that was his second attack. Third attack. Oh, sorry. I'm going to roll a d20. Oh, I am very much so going to roll an extra d20 on that, because I have advantage. To get a total of 16.
Yeah, that would hit one of the mirror images, but not about... Oh, 16, so yeah, that would take out the other mirror image.
Okay, so your mirror image is complete. That was his third attack, I believe. And
Yes, that's right.
final attack coming in at a 24.
That hits.
Okay, let's see. Okay, damage on that one. Excuse me. That's going to be 10 points of damage, and you keep your concentration on fear.
Fear. Does he take spike damage?
He's flying.
Mm.
Yep, he and Randar have been like floating above the spikes the whole time.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Seamus, I'll let you describe this. he comes in, he like you and he are kind of like doing like boxing moves. He gets through a couple of your shadows and then like comes across and like clocks you in the face. Like, we should do this more often. You're fun to work with. And then your fear kicks in. How does that look?
It takes place inside of his head, so however he freaks out, I'm gonna let him freak out.
Okay. So I'll describe it then. As he like clocks you and he says that, you come back and instead of looking like yourself, your eyes are like sunken, and all it is like, it's like you don't even have pupils, or you don't even have eyes. You just have like these fiery little orbs of like blood red inside of your sockets, and you have like deep fangs, and like in his mind you just scream and you see him immediately and he starts to back off. So his next turn he will spend his turn dashing away from you.
Dig it.
All right. Randar's go. Okay, he's going to he's gonna fly over. Actually, he's gonna fly over here. And he's gonna look down at Dro. And shake his head slightly. Yaslin, give me a quick insight check. DC's high because you're not spending a lot of time on it. This is mid-battle.
I'm busy.
17. Okay. You see him shake his head down at Dro, and given this circumstance, the entire thing could come off very easily as just dismissive and rude, like kind of a little bit like spitting on an enemy on the ground, like disrespectful. But there's something in his eyes. It's the way he squints and he sets his jaw just a little bit, and you see it slightly through the beard. He's frustrated, worried, and disappointed. Before he turns around and starts kicking your ass again.
Don't. We're doing so well.
Right. He's not wasting time now. He's just going directly for unarmed strikes against you. Oh, let's take Seamus off the mark. And you're shifted, so these are just
Yes.
these are just normal. No, come on. Yeah.
Punches a horn.
Damn it. And my guy that could have saved me from that already burned his reaction to make sure Yaslin got slowed in the first place. Okay. How about this? He comes in and he punches you, but like Yaslin, it's like as you're looking at him and like, sure, I'll roll with that. Like, he comes in for a strike and you like put down like the hard part of your head.
Yeah.
And he strikes into your horn plate. I'll give you another intelligence saving throw right now on your pacification.
Nice.
For the natural
Here
one.
we go.
As he kind of
Let's
like,
do it.
as he kind of like knocks you loose a little bit, you can try it again. Okay, the pacification fades.
Mess with the bull, you get the horn.
I've seen bigger bulls.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go for 2 more strikes.
Thankfully, I'm not actually a bull. That'll miss.
Jeez. That'll miss. And last one. Like as you look at him and see that reaction from him looking at Dro, suddenly you can kind of read his movements. He's gotten a little sloppy. And you're able to like move around and like brush him off. He's not nearly as crisp, precise, and powerful as he was a moment ago. Okay. Next up is Gunster. He is concentrating on slow because it's still affecting the puppy. And he's now going to what to do? He looks over at Yaslin, and that triple bolts that he threw earlier, he's going to throw 3 more at you. Just...
Oh my gosh, this is like Yasmin's just matrix dodging out of the way of everything right now.
Is the bolt a melee attack?
That's just a flaw.
Okay,
It's a ranged attack.
Yeah, it does say
makes
16 on
sense.
it, so-
That's a bad port. Okay, the 18 does hit.
Yeah. That was
Ooh.
a big hit.
Yep. This one kind of smacks you in the back, in like the back trapezius, and like makes your right arm like kink up a little bit, and like burn with some like radiant energy. And the last one. 23 to hit. Another
my
big
God.
roll. Holy shit,
Ugh.
55 points of damage, and I missed one of my attacks.
I'm glad you missed one of your attacks. Holy smoly.
Yeah, I rolled high on both of those. The average for that is 21. Okay,
Ew.
that's his turn. He's going to be done. Duro, roll me a death save. Same boat. You're not dead.
9.
I love that box of dice, Margot.
That's cool.
I figured if the dice are cursed, might as well whip out the Ouija board set.
Dro is your death save.
It was 9.
9. Okay. Okay. Seamus, your turn.
I am going to twin cast Greater Invisibility on myself and Shadow.
And Shadow?
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, that is not a concentration spell, right?
It is a concentration spell, so I would drop it, the fear, but it's only one person, so that's okay.
Okay, gotcha.
I'd rather not get hit.
Right. Okay. Anything else for you, sir?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to then, from my invisible state, I'm gonna say, you boys sure are proving your point here. How much more of this are we gonna do? Uh,
Seamus, roll a persuasion check with that.
run up a wall.
Sounds good. Just theatrically, little footprints in the snow start climbing up.
21. And then I'm gonna bonus action hide.
Sounds good. Roll me a stealth check at advantage. Ooh, 29. We have a new symbol for this. Hiding. Okay.
And then which one is my dog going after?
The guy that you had feared.
Okay. Over here and jump up and bite him.
Okay, and this is at advantage for Shadow because he's invisible. This guy doesn't know where he is.
Nice. Those are some crappy rolls.
He sees the footprints in the snow and hears the snarl and kind of like dodges out of the way, just in time. There's a
And that's it for us.
satisfying clack of teeth as they snap in midair. And to your response, as Randar's like gearing up to use one of his legendary actions to, yep, I said that right. Legendary actions to take a swing at Yaslin for a strike. He hears your comment, kind of holds himself. Are you ready to yield?
Me?
He says it to basically you and Seamus.
Look, I didn't want to fight in the first place.
Kind of holds it there. Then why did you?
I assumed that when all of us were going to jump in, well... Didn't you say we were all on trial anyway? I thought we had to.
You let others decide your fate and your actions.
Perhaps in the moment, yeah. But also, I wasn't going to let my friends just get pummeled by themselves.
Yaslin, roll a What are you trying to get him to back down, or do you want to continue, or like what is Yaslin's intention right now?
She would rather not have to continue to fight.
Okay. Roll me persuasion, and this will be basically like your assistance onto Seamus's.
Guys, House's persuasion is a little rough. Oh well,
It's pretty good.
She rolled a solid number.
Not bad, not bad. You hear Randar and just kind of like give a little whistle. Henri. And the aura floats back into his body. And the spikes in the ground recede. And all the monks relax and just go into like an at-rest position. Randar turns to Dio and makes a gesture towards the unconscious monk. He goes over to start taking care of him, and Randar moves.
Oh,
Randar
Randar dips.
Randar
Outta
moves to
here.
the killing blow on Dro.
Oh. And Randar just gives a disapproving look and disappears.
What?
Are we good? Randar?
It was like, oh, I'm about to have a blue screen, and then it didn't come. Okay. And Randar steps over to examine Dro. Begins to kneel down. Yaslin, do you let him?
Yes, because I think like once she sees that he moves away from her, she's still alert, but she relaxes and lowers her weapon. She is still very much like if he ends up hurting him, she'll take her turn right after.
Okay.
Okay. Bro. Something smooth and a little bit syrupy but warm flows down your throat, and you wake up to a potion of healing being tipped down your throat. And you regain consciousness. Like so many times before, knocked out on this floor, staring up at the domed ceiling and the carved demonic statue with Randar's face staring down at you. Admittedly, probably bloodier than you've ever seen him.
If you don't mind, can I switch it up a little bit? And Dro would not open his eyes yet. Because the last time he went blacked out in this city was the last night he was in the city. So I don't think he would open his eyes until he heard all three, Seamus, Margot, and Yaslin's voice.
Wake up, you idiot. I just gave you a potion. Don't make me smack you around until you knock back out.
Please don't do that.
Margot, you are revived as well, similarly.
I think Dro would grab a hold of Randar's sleeve, and when he hears Yaslin's voice, the grip lessens. But is still there with his eyes shut. Listening.
It's okay, boy. They're fine.
Grip lessens and slowly opens his eyes.
There's something in his voice that only Dro detects because he knows him. A kind of a break. You didn't hurt them.
I think instinctually he grabs the necklace that he's wearing. And he'll slowly get up. Well. Ow. And I think at the moment, knowing what's going on, particularly with Margot and Yaslin, he looks at them. Is anything noticeably different?
Give me a perception check.
I have a huge bruise in the middle of my forehead.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Why am I
my
rolling
God.
digital?
What the
Why?
What is happening?
I shit you not, I just did physical and did the exact same roll.
You can't see anything through the tears in your eyes. It just blurs. Otto gave you a good beating there. I think he's been saving that one for you for a while.
Yeah. Out above board. Fuck, how do I ask this without?
You can type it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
After a minute passes, Seamus and the Hound reappear.
I didn't kill
Margot
that
sits on her ground.
guy, did I? I whacked him, but I
No, you didn't.
didn't. Okay.
And there's somebody else that gives him a potion as well.
Margot's like quickly mending her armor where her heart burst out of it again. And pulls her glove back on.
Margot as you're pulling it on, the vines have kind of, or like the black tendrils, they kind of like reach up your arm over time. And this time you see a circle around your wrist. Slightly wobbly, like a tree ring. Wherever, I'd say it's okay, it's a little bit higher. So you still have like the black creep, but up above you have like a ring there now as well.
I'm gonna say in my head, oh, what is this?
Say that again? It was a little quiet.
Look, what is this? She's asking Locke what the hell it is.
Mm-hmm. How to explain it? I think I've seen parents measure their children against doorways.
Huh?
It's like that.
That makes no sense, but I stand up. Keep her eye on the monks all around her still.
Okay. The monks kind of disperse. Dio goes and stands, kind of like security guard, you know, spacing, just like back and to the left of Randar. Juan and Ska come over here towards this kind of like purpley flame and just like start dressing Juan's wounds. You can just, oh man, she got me good. She throws a punch.
It was actually the back of my sword. I hope I didn't like give you a concussion, but you might have one.
Mental training. That's the hope, right? Nicely done.
Well, you know, I'm just glad we got one of you.
Right, right. And the monks kind of like group and like give you a little bit of space. What do you guys start doing?
Zero's gonna turn to Margot and just kind of grab her arm. When he does, he's going to cast Cure Wounds on her. And it says I'm incapacitated, so I can't do anything.
Oh, that's because you're still unconscious. Let's give you a health point. Or 5, why not?
Kind of that. Grab her, cast the spell, give her the look of, are you okay?
At the same time, I'm gonna cast Wither and Bloom around us, and you can roll a hit dice to heal. You have interesting friends.
Yeah, friends is a layman term for sure. And he'll kind of glance over at the one that insulted him for being a dark being.
Oh, he's
You get +4 to your hit dice for the heal.
he's straight glaring at you. Like across the way, just very clearly being kept in line because he knows his place compared to Randar.
Margot grips Dro's arm back and puts her hand on Echo's sword and just glares him down.
How do you roll hit dice on this sheet?
I haven't figured that out either.
Okay.
I think you go to short rest, and then you select.
Oh, okay.
Or you can just roll a d8 or d whatever.
As
+4.
after that, I think Juro will walk over to the sword he'd thrown to the side, still not losing eye contact with what's his name? Where'd he go?
Yeah.
Hado?
It's Hado is down here.
Hado.
You threw the sword right about around him, so like as you come by it, he steps on the sheath. Not hard, but just enough to be annoying.
Remind me exactly what he said.
He's something to the effect of, "This is a temple of light, and you are a stained darkness."
So he'll put his hand on the sword and look up. You are very simple-minded. You think darkness is a bad thing, but yet you don't know how much good it can be done out of the light. And he'll snatch the sword and walk back over to Randar.
I don't know how somebody who grew up in Estraya's warmth could wind up like you.
I'm gonna look over at my hound and say, "Back to the dark, boy." And he's gonna jump into the shadow of the monk that he had been going after and disappear.
Before Dro got too far and heard that comment turn out like, yo, he's gonna turn around and just say, "What? like a champion. And he's gonna put the sword on his back and walk away.
We'll see.
And walk up to Randar. This is a rare sight to see you actually bruised and beaten a little. I think intentionally he'll kind of glance over his shoulder towards Yaslin.
She gives a little innocent shrug. Like, what else were you expecting me to do?
Joe's just gonna smile.
I'm a little off my game today.
Fixing his jaw a little bit. Yeah, I don't believe that.
Oh, really? My most prized idiot comes home to a death sentence. And you expect me to go on as if it's a normal day?
No, I expected something along this lines, and I was more than fine with dealing with it. The issue that I have is when you brought them into it, and he will glance to the other three.
Of course I did. They could have set out. How about we go inside, get some food, get warmed up.
I hope you have plenty of stock of meat.
Nah, we can get whatever we need.
You would be surprised, and he will just probably pop like a shoulder or something back into place. And I think he'd walk by, where is he? Ska, and just kind of nod at him of respect.
Nods back. Is that what he says? Still haven't lost your touch.
Yeah, learned a thing or two, and the short time that I saw you as well.
And Randar can see him kind of like biting his words a bit. Come on, let's go. I will hear why you've returned. And the monks all start moving back towards the temple. Randar kind of stays back, and he's the last one to go. And he looks back at the... Let me see. Is anybody clocking Randar, or are you guys all just moving?
I'm going with.
I'm keeping my eyes on whatever monkey's closest to us at all times.
I'm
Probably...
as I'm walking with the group, and as I walk by this light over here, I'm gonna cast Empiric Shadows and put out the flame.
Gotcha. So Margot, this big boy, who's probably like, he looks like
I thought you
Goliath.
said Randar was the last one, so wouldn't he be closest to us if they all left?
Oh, like they're all moving out. I mean, Randar's the last one, and he doesn't care who he's holding up the rear, regardless of if it's monks in front of him or you guys.
Okay, just in my head, you said they all left, and then Randar was leaving, so I thought we were following
Oh, gotcha.
Randar.
Yeah, like, so okay. In that case, like, So Dro and Margot, you see him look back at the statue. Kind of like for a half second before. Then just starts walking forward, leaving the temple, or leaving the arena. And as he gets a little farther away from it, the lights start to blink out, just as he gets more and more distance.
I think on the way up, Dro would stop watching Randar and try to go find Yaslin. I think
Yaslin's been walking.
I think it would be made pretty obvious he's making it a point to catch up to her in particular. You held your punches?
I thought they were your friends. But I couldn't have been sure, but
To be fair, most of them are new to me. There was only a couple that I recognize. Obviously, one being Randar. And then the younger one and the older one. Beyond that, the others are just new faces.
Are you saying that I shouldn't have pulled my swing?
Just hesitates and has to think about it. I think you made the right choice.
Okay. Oh, I'm glad.
Did you use your power?
No.
And just kind of smiles and looks back at probably like the blood that's laying on the ground that the guy that she knocked unconscious. Yeah, even without that, you're still scary as hell.
You bet.
As you guys walk towards the temple, the snow is still howling and cold and blowing around you. And before we take our break, everybody zoom in as much as you can on the map. And check out... No, come on, do it. Where is it? There we go. Check out these two cute freaking little birdies. They're like a little Easter egg on the map that I just found.
That's adorable. Now I have to like
On the
look
trees
around.
that don't exist.
Right, on the trees that don't exist. They're actually like huddled up like in the snow next to each other, just these little puffballs, just like they've been staring at you the whole time.
They've just been
Leo-
watching and like gasping as we get knocked out.
Yep. And that is where we're going to take our break. We will come back and wrap up our kind of final hour.
Okay.
We'll see you guys in a bit. Soldiers walk back through the Temple of Gentle Lights. You once again past the bunks and the beds on the floor, often designed as large pillows that zip open, and there's a lot of stuff inside, but that's a kind of a compact way that they keep their belongings to themselves. You see a lot of you coming back in, some of you very battered and bruised. As you're about to reach the area with people, you hear Randar say, probably to look inconspicuous. We don't need everybody knowing that there's a tussle up here. Word's gonna get out, but the later that it does, the better. Takes you through, you see children kind of staring at you, adults, children staring curiously, adults staring fearfully. It's a little quiet, nobody really approaches you. As the 10 of you walk through the halls, eventually most of the monks start to flitter off. into different areas of the temple. And eventually you reach what is Randar's office. He comes in and he gestures at a variety of benches and things around. And says, "Please take a seat, everyone. Or stand if that's what you prefer." I assure you, this space is very secure. And the only one that comes in with him is Dio. Dio stands in the back in a customary position. Looks like he's used to standing guard there. He says, "I'm having some food and medical supplies brought up so you can patch yourselves up." What on Aeon's green ass are you doing here, Dro?
That's a long story. But
You're not leaving until I hear the lot of it.
I hope your schedule is very light. But before, Indro's going to reach into his bag and pull out the notebook that he's had since he started traveling. I either owe this to you or you know who to give this to, and it documents everything upon my travel.
Put that away.
And he sits it on the desk and looks at Randar. The agreement.
Grabs it and shoves it into a drawer.
The agreement for this. The information. Do you know where my parents are?
No.
This was not my intention, but everyone made Dro and I have the room alone.
He's gonna look at everyone and give them like, please leave.
Okay.
I'm gonna mind link with Joe before I leave and just say, call me if you need anything. We'll be there in a second.
Just smile in his head. I know.
And Dio's gonna exit too, and he stands in front of the door and just kind of grumpily stares at you all. You know as well as I do that the promise of exchange is based on the information. I can't evaluate that here at this moment. And I'm not the one that holds the information either.
In that notebook describes the encounters I've had with a group of poachers, a group of odd individuals who I yet still travel with. It outlines all of the ripples, the upcoming war with fire.
What war?
I'll just smile. That is one of the reasons we are here. And one of the reasons, and he'll kind of tap the sword on his back. This is now in my possession.
What is that? I didn't train you on a blade like that. What is it, boy?
It is the outcome of a sacrifice I made.
Explain.
I'll roll up his sleeve. He's not with me anymore. Look around the room at the shadows. For once, it is truly just me and you in here.
Well, I'll be damned. Stands up from his desk. Comes around. Looks at you. I suppose the scaling on this map is way off. Let's try this. Like, oh my gosh, Randar's so short compared to this desk. Better. Comes up. Kind of grabs you gently by the chin. Looks at you. He's gone. Is he dead?
I don't know. I did learn he is a fragment of something greater. And I promised him I would find him.
I wish I could get on you after making a stupid promise like that. But I know it's who you are. I know it's the kind of kindness that you were raised with. Don't get yourself killed. Not for a shadow.
You probably shouldn't read that notebook then. The information in there is very interesting. Talks of, like I said, the ripples, a missing city that is now missing again. It also talks about the family I found.
And this is them?
I'll glance back at the door. Yeah. Bunch of misfits in our own ways.
I never were good at dealing with normal people. Suppose I shouldn't be surprised.
Oh, yeah. Being cooped up in here, I mean, he'll take his necklace off. I mean, there was one other person.
Right. I'm not allowed to give you what you want without proper command. If the quality of the notebook's as good as you say it is, then perhaps they'll grant you what you wish. But that's not the only thing you're here for, is it?
No, I know. We have quite a few questions. But I wanted to ensure that this reached you. And he'll kind of motion towards the drawer with the notebook. They don't know.
And keep it that way. Those who know without authority to do so are typically not long for the world. They're usually I don't think anybody is murdered, but at least not that doesn't deserve it. But they're usually disappeared quite fast.
And that is my assumption and why that is the only secret I keep from them.
Oh, good. Well,
Also, I'd like to at least inform you. I did see on the train ride up here 2 members in their custody, a fellow employer of mine and Yaslin's.
and which one is Aslan?
My guess is probably the one that gave you all those bruises.
Ah. So not the smart one with this pricklies. I don't mean smart as in brainy.
Leans in even closer to Randar and even more hope that Yaslin doesn't ever hear this. Yeah, she's not the brightest. And then leans back out. But she backs it up in her fist and kind of like motions towards the bruises on his face.
This? No. Smack me with a magic missile. This, and he kind of gestures to like an approximate, like an almost parallel line cut on, like, up on his upper torso.
That, I believe. Back up. You said she did what with a stick?
She shot me in the face with the damn magic missile, point blank.
God damn it, Margot.
Right. Well, it'll take me a couple of days to run this up the chain. I hope they find it valuable.
I think they will. It does talk of a war, and we can discuss that with the others here as well, as they were a part of it. Before they come in.
Right.
The
Oh.
And he'll glance back at the necklace. The Drakewoods. Where does that sit?
I'm not allowed to investigate your parents. But that's your official request with them. So I can't touch it. They know. I'm certain of it. They're too good not to know. So, my investigation is solitarily much less valuable than theirs is. I've just been sitting on my arse this whole time.
I was rushed out of here very quickly, obviously, with the events that happened. How much of that has spread through the city while I was gone?
It's been a few years. Things have died down a bit. There's still wanted posters with your face on it. They still get questioned. So does the orphanage. There's still those that want your head. Commander Bloodthorn still has you on her shit list.
Lovely.
Anything but.
And the bodies that were left there, did those not draw any attention to shady business?
You know how they operate. Before any in the Twilight Watch got there, bodies were gone, blood was spilt. Freya was left, with your sword mark run through her. At least that's the story. And witnesses who put you there. You're as good as guilty in their eyes. It was the Black Goods. But I've had years to investigate. It wasn't what you think. Underlings were hired, with mid-levels hired to keep it tucked away and quiet. You ruined what was supposed to be something clean. Those responsible were quickly buried. Heads missing, most of them. So nobody could speak with the dead.
And I take it Freya had a funeral.
Perhaps the grandest one the city's ever seen. That girl was mighty loved here. Still is for those who remember her.
Do you know where she was buried?
On family ground. Same as the rest of them. In their crypt. Joe, you didn't hear me, boy. The Black Moons, or at least the lowest in their organization, who were dumb enough to work against them without proper authorization from those up. They were hired to kill Freya. You got in their way. Funny thing you can do with a lot of time, some sovereign glue, and too many piles, too many pieces of a broken skull. I found one. And I got it to talk. She was gonna die that day either way, boy.
Randar, are you saying I did their job?
I'm saying the slime of the city. We're gonna take her and do worse to her than what you did.
Joe's gonna walk to the nearest window and look out the city. Randar, who hired them?
I don't have all the information on this yet. This information's only about a month old. And you and me are the only ones that know it. And the priest who used the spell. And they won't talk. Known them for about 140 years now.
Randar, do you know the name of who hired them?
All I got was the name Galax.
Does that ring any bells for Joe?
Roll me a history check.
That's a nat 20.
I just got chills.
I don't know if I want to know this.
Excuse me. Randar starts talking. Dro's mind kind of fades. Randar's voice becoming a little bit soft, muffly, distorted. You hear him say, I looked into it the best I can. I haven't been able to find hide or hand. And like it just kind of fades out. Dro, what's the total with your modifier?
It's history, right?
Yep.
21.
Okay. this moment that you have been desperately searching for. This moment of any amount of salvation or forgiveness, absolution from the worst crime you ever committed. And you have both some very probable confirmation that you did indeed commit that crime. The question of, did you do it, almost completely fading from your mind at this point as a possibility that maybe you didn't. Randar sitting here in front of you, stating it like a fact without any judgment whatsoever. In fact, giving you, if anything, he's judging it to be kind. Mixed with the fact that in some way what you did was good for her. What is going through Dro's mind right now? How is he taking all of this in?
He's I think with Randar's voice kind of muffled behind and the confirmation of him actually doing it and the fact that someone was hired to do it either way, she was going to die. I think for a moment he starts to recall past events where him as a kid watching from the shadows of Freya the first time he'd ever seen her. How kind, loving, and just that warmth that she gave off to people around her. And I think you would recall the first time she saw him in the look of not judgment, not fear, not disgust, but love. And I think it just jumps from memories to memories of them through the city on top of their Freya's estate in the Whispering Grove. The night of the incident and the last words that she said as she handed the necklace that is now around Yaslin's neck to him. To not seek revenge and to find love again. And I think as he looks out at that city, he doesn't know, but I think there is tears running down his face. And the thought of him bringing her peace brings up the previous conversations of himself and Echo talking if he could do that to anybody else. And the three people that come to mind are Seamus, Margot, and Yaslin. I think he's just silent for a while, staring at the city. The city of light that he met Freya.
And in the Temple of Gentle Lights, it's cleared up. The snow is gone. The sky is brighter now. There's no aurora, but the windows in this temple always hold the aurora, even when it's daytime. It's actually a property of this kind of glass they use. And the lights shimmer between blue and pink and green. The tears running down Dro's eyes, including one running straight down the ridge of his nose. The tear catch the light, and they too are a reflection of the aurora. Dro's mind races drastically. Just uncontrolled, unguided, bouncing from one subject to another, not searching for anything or trying to answer anything. But as he says the name, Galax, you remember being at her temple. While she was fulfilling her duties and you were waiting for her to be done for the day so you could spend time together. Sitting out of sitting outside of Alicia's temple, where she was healing and tending to the wounded. You're back up against the cold stone icicles sitting above you. The window open just a touch. And you overheard her conversation with her patient. And at the time, it just sounded like magic-y gook. It's one of the few times that she said she had somebody from the Grand Athenium as her patient. She was kind of excited about it because she doesn't get to interact with them much. She's a woman of high station. She could if she wanted, but the politics wasn't really her scene. She was just excited to be with a person that represented the day-to-day work that happens there. They said they were working on an experiment magically centered. Couldn't really understand it at the time. Your arcane understanding was much lesser than it is now. Not that it's great right now. Not your forte. But as Freya did, she engaged in conversation and she asked, who's involved? Who are you working with? What's it like? Are they treating you well? All you heard was a voice. You didn't ever actually see this person. Oh yes, they're treating me just fine. Bit of an acid spill, and that's what got me here, letting you work on me, darling. Sounds like that age where an old man and an old woman sound about the same. Not really sure which it was. Except for Galax. never did much care for them. He's a bit of a... Oh, hell. Ah, it's not like you can hear me. Do anything to me here. Power-hungry know-it-all. Thinks he's gonna change the face of Aeon with the project, and anybody that slows him down and gets in his way or challenges his ideas, they tend to get moved to another project pretty quickly or removed from the Athenium altogether. The memory fades with you tuning out and just going back to your whittling for the day until Freya was done. One accidental conversation overheard, pulled up in a moment of extreme spiritual and mental and emotional distress and relief simultaneously. You return to your senses in the room and feel the tears streaming down your face.
I think the others had questions for you as well, and we can talk about that coming more. And Dro is staring out the city with the necklace, both sides of the band in his hand, but his arms are just down with the necklace dangling. And I think in his mind, because he knows he's linked to Margot, I think it's your guys' turn. But Dro does not stop staring out at the city.
Let me know when you're ready, boy. And we can talk some more. He just comes up behind you. You can feel his presence. And in a way that you have never seen from him before. You feel the emotional control of a leader, of a healer, of a trainer, of a fighter. For a brief moment, he just lets himself feel all of it, all of what you feel. The man he raised in pain in front of him, staring out at the city. You feel his forehead land in the middle of your spine. And he just presses his head into your back for a moment.
I think the only thing he would hear from Dro is thank you.
I turns around and he goes and opens the door. Dio and the rest come back in. While you guys were outside, everybody roll me a perception check if you were trying to eavesdrop or something.
Ooh. Yeah.
Is she a nosy enough bitch?
Yeah, I'm like, is Yaslin?
Anybody
She
roll
has to
perception
tell
check?
her. No.
No, I would have given Ro the room,
I think,
respected his
yeah,
privacy.
there's a part of Yaslin that's like, oh, it's two, but she's also in the same boat where it's like, that's his space.
As you guys come in, Randar leaning up against his desk. Dro's staring out the window. So what do you want to know?
Above board? We're not here for information. We came here for Joe to do what he needed to do, right?
Dro did mention Randar might have answers to some of our questions, and if he doesn't, there's a connection he
Oh.
has that might.
Where's our list of questions?
Oh, looking.
In the notes
So many
section.
notes. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Nice.
I see you've got quite the library here. I don't suppose you have any unique books that I could take a look at. Maybe borrow for a bit.
I suppose some introductions are in order. Before we get to something like borrowing and favors. I'm sure he's introduced me, but I'll do it myself. My name is Randar. I am the head administrator of the Temple of Gentle Lights, dedicated to the goddess Estrad. This here's my man Dio. Been with me a long time. Might not look it, but I'm older than he is. And what are your names?
Call me Seamus.
Pleasure.
Wish I could say the same, but it's a hell of a beating you put on there. Quite the introduction.
Quite.
Is that how you welcome all your guests?
No, just the idiots who shouldn't have come home.
Which, to be clear, is that idiot, not us.
Say that again.
Margot just hears in her
To be
head.
clear, is that idiot, not us.
Margot just hears in her head, fuck you.
I needed to see what he was capable of now. And what you all are capable of as a group.
What's your impression?
You've got some work to do. But you're no slouch. Honestly, trained a lot of people and a lot of fighters. You've got room to grow. How much has he told you about what drove him away?
enough?
Was-
I'll let him fill you in on any details that he feels are pertinent at this time. But whatever you came here for. And he looks at Dro. I can almost guarantee the original plans have changed in the last 5 minutes.
How come?
And I needed to be aware of what your capabilities were to handle the threats that are about to pour upon you.
You had home field advantage.
Quite. So were they.
I think trying to hide it, but probably very poorly. Dro will wipe the tears from his face so the group doesn't see that he was crying. And he's gonna unsheath the sword. Randar, how much do you know about the elementals?
Let's see what the dice say. Arcana, history, nature. Arcana. About as much as anybody who's not a mook and pays attention to the wakings and the history of world. I know they're basically the creators of Aeon, more or less. I assume you're talking about the Cardinals, yes?
Yeah.
Why bring them up?
The sacrifice that I made of Echo was a moment of desperation as we were in the ripples fighting this, and he'll minor allusion to salamander, this creature of fire. It's actually where we met Margot.
Desperation from something that cute.
Just kind of stares at him for a moment. I hope you know he literally tried to eat me.
But it's so small.
Yes, small things are dangerous too. You're a prime example. And I think out of instinct too, he'll kind of glance at Margot too. So is she.
Your
But
illusion doesn't do it. How big was this thing?
she tries to recall. Looks at the group.
About the size of a draft horse or larger even. It was larger. It was a lot larger, wasn't it?
This thing was about the size of a school bus, or this thing was about the size of like a whale.
Yeah, it was huge.
About the size of a small airship.
That's kind of what I
I
was
think it's
thinking.
something this guy would know.
Yeah, no wonder it tried to eat you. I thought it was based on the tiny thing in your hand. I thought it was going to take it like one wee bite at a time.
No, anyways. there was a moment. There was a couple other companions that we had with us as well, and honestly, majority of us were unconscious or not fully aware of where they were at the moment, myself included. Um, it was a plea of desperation, and he'll kind of look around the temple of the colors and the marks to the goddess. I had reached out for help previously and didn't know if I would get a response back, so this time I reached out to anything. And if the history that you know of the Kirins, I was contacted by the Kirin of the Water. And in a moment of desperation, I was gifted, and he'll put the sword on Randar's desk. Power to help my friends with the sacrifice of Echo. That
What are you saying, boy? You drew power from water itself?
I'm still learning, but at high level, yes. And that was just the beginning. We then encountered a large graft that this one, points to Margot, single-handedly closed herself. And kind of grins at her. She may have a little help, but the fire Jinn appeared. And that battle,
Kirins and Jinns. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean. That sounds like you understand what you're saying. I don't understand that level of detail about the things.
let's just,
Tulips.
yes, let's just say it was a very strong fire being that, honestly, if we didn't receive the help that we did and the sacrifice the water made, none of us would be standing here. And now I carry this sword, and the title is Zot.
What does that mean?
Champion.
His eyes go wide.
Kind of just grin. Yeah, I wouldn't have believed myself as that as well.
I've heard stories. No champion lives a mundane life. There are always tales of them. And I heard what hasn't had one in quite some time.
I have a wild feeling that there is somebody out there already telling the story. He'll kind of look at the other three and smile.
And that's how you were able to push me back during our little spar, is it?
Yeah, that was new.
Ah, it felt new too.
Yeah, it's a power I'm still learning, but it has allowed me to protect those that I care for. And for matters of time, this fire will come back and there will be a war, and we've been tasked with growing stronger and finding allies and resources and whatnot to help with this foreseeable war. Seamus here has started that process of gathering allies, money, and he kind of glances at Seamus and other resources. And I thought with your connection, you could help with that.
Sweet. Jesus, I'll be a blackened glower. Oh. A war between the cardinal elements. And you were there, at the heart of it.
We were there.
I think you better tell them everything about what's going on in this city, except for, you know what. And you better tell me every damn detail you can about this fire and water thing that's going on.
Dro just looks at Randar and then looks at the drawer. I did.
I think we can find out where your parents. That's big information.
There's more. Not involving that, but in the terms of getting stronger. I'll kind of hesitantly look towards Margot and Yaslin. We tend to touch things that we shouldn't, including myself, and there was consequences. And Dro will take off the headband.
Christ, we're trying to keep a low profile here.
Right, and I've done, and he looks at the group, fairly well at that since being here.
Till you got
You
here.
said your name in open public within
Right.
a day of coming in.
Okay, it's not.
Dro. There's no way the Black Moons don't hear about this. Or the Twilight Watch. Somebody's coming for you. I don't know when, but they will.
Let's just add that to the list. Don't ask.
If you've got allies you need to gain, you don't have much time to work with before you're slapped in irons and used as a tug-of-war rope between the two most powerful families in the city.
Kind of expected that.
I'll get your notebook to the right people. For now, rest up. We spar again as soon as you are able. And he walks out of the room with Dio. And that's where we're going to end our session for the night.
I had one question.
Oh, what is this?
Wait, what else you got, Margo?
I wanted to ask him something before he left.
What do you got? I mean, he's like, as he's leaving, you can catch him.
The city. What are its political ties in the region? Does it know of the Empire?
Give Margot give me a history check.
To ask the question?
No, to see if you can answer your own question. Yeah, you have no idea. Which is great. Looks back and says, unaffiliated with anyone, Aurora's Rest stands on its own as a magical nation, a magocracy.
Does it recognize other nations in a diplomatic means?
Sure.
We trade, do everything else like a normal nation would. But anytime somebody tries to convince us to join or something, we say fuck off. We've got our own endeavors going.
That gives me an idea. Okay.
You've got until dawn. No, let's say dusk.
What?
For me to kick your ass again, Missy.
10 hit points.
And he shuts the door. And
Till
is out of
dusk?
there.
What time is it?
It's about 10 a.m.
Okay.
So we can squeeze a long rest in if we wanted to.
I mean, I think a short rest would work.
I am 15 hit points, so short
We
rest
need
isn't
a
gonna be
long.
shit for me.
Yeah, so it's like, I have half HP. I don't know about you guys.
And
Okay.
we will end there for the night.